Okay, here's a quick post-cycling routine. So just got off my bike. I'm in Portland, Oregon. Beautiful day, September 1st, 2020. And maybe all Oregonians don't like this kind of day because it's really sunny and hot, but I do. So tight shoulders. Let's begin there. Just roll your shoulders up, down, and back. Reverse that direction. And then take your fingers to your shoulders and make some circles. The elbows coming forward on the inhale and back on the exhale. And then take the elbows back on the inhale and forward on the exhale. And then bring your arms out to a T and give yourself a big hug. A little twist through the spine. Again, opposite arm on top. And from here, we'll do a couple of seated cat-cows. So on your inhale, draw your chest forward, creating a little arch in the low back. And on your exhale, round through your back, tuck your chin, pull your tailbone into your body. Inhale, move forward, lift the gaze, and exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale and exhale. And then coming back to center, we'll take both feet to the right. Bring your right arm behind, your left arm behind your back and twist to the left. So begin with your gaze over your left shoulder, and then you can derotate your head, taking your gaze to the right. And then unwind and take your feet, legs to the opposite side. So you're kind of resting your left ankle in your right instep. And then bring the right arm, forearm behind your back and twist to the right. Begin by looking over the right shoulder. And then you can derotate your head, look over the left shoulder. And release. Come to all fours. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And a few cat-cows here. On the inhale, draw your pubic bone away from your navel. Reach through your chest, through your hands, and spread your tail feathers. And on your exhale, press into your hands, round your thoracic mid-back up towards the sky, ceiling. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin. And just a few rounds like that. So we have, when we're cycling, we have some parts of the body that are pretty static, and then other parts, of course, moving. So you can get a stiffness in the back just from the position on the bike. Great. And then the next time you inhale, sort of pause in neutral, and now bring this around in a circle. So your next inhale, take your right side body over to the right, and then pressing into your hands, round over to the left. So the hips will move back. Inhale, side body to the left, or right, and exhale, side body to the left. So I'm going counterclockwise, and the inhale happens as I press the lateral side of my body out over the mat, and the exhale on the other side as I press the lateral side of my body out over the mat. And then take this in the opposite direction. So now I'm moving clockwise, and on the inhale, as I arch my back, I press the left side of my body out towards the long edge of my mat. And on the exhale, pressing the right side of my body out over the long edge of the mat. Moving around in a circle, so a little less linear movement, a little more organic. And then come back to neutral. And you can remain on your hands, or if there is any fatigue in your wrists, you could bring your forearms to the ground. And just bring your hips back towards your heels and slide your hips over to the right. Recenter and over to the left. You're just sliding the hips back and forth as if you had a paintbrush on your tailbone and you're attempting to paint a big smiley face on the floor or on the wall behind you. And then from here, go ahead and drop your hips back to child's pose. And on your next inhale, come up to cow. And on your next exhale, turn your toes under, press your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your knees back to the mat and come to cow. And on your exhale, drop your hips back into child's pose. On your inhale, sweep your arms up, stand up on your knees, take a look at your hands. And on your exhale, drop yourself back into child's pose. Inhale to come up to cow. And exhale, turn your toes under and press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, back to cow. And exhale, come back down to child's pose. Remove your phone from your pocket. Inhale, come up onto your knees, reach your arms up. Maybe take a gaze at your hands. Exhale, come back down to child's pose. Inhale back to all fours in cow pose. And exhale, turn your toes under, reach up and back with your hips down, facing down. And from this downward facing dog, walk your feet forward. Keep a deep bend in your knees as you fold over. Your forward fold. And then hands to hips, elbows reach towards one another, hinge up at the waist. Come to stand. And then inhale. Oh, I gotta get way back here. Reach the arms up. Take your right wrist with your left hand and side bend to the left. Inhale back to center. Opposite wrist with opposite hand and side bend in the other direction. Make sure both feet are firmly planted. And one more time in each direction. And then separate your feet and just move in some circles through your hips in one direction and in the opposite direction. And then we'll come back down to the mat. And we'll come into our back. And we'll Place the right ankle over the left knee in a figure 4. Draw your knees towards your chest. So the hips get pretty tight after cycling. Maybe you take the right hand through the space and take your hands to the front of your shin. You might have the left leg extended and hands to the back of the leg. Or you might even be able to gather the right leg in your forearms and reach the left leg long. But the intention here is to open up the outside or to free up the outside of the right hip. And then release that, take the other side. Don't be surprised if one side is tighter than the other. As you pull the knees back into the chest, can you relax your hips down to the floor, down to the ground? Taking whatever version feels supportive for your body. And release the soles of your feet to the floor. We'll take a few dynamic bridge rolls here. So as you press into your feet, lift your hips, sweep your arms behind you. The backs of your hands touch the floor, the ground behind you. And on your exhale, leave your arms there and just roll down one vertebra at a time. And then sweep the arms down like you just are finishing making a snow angel. Press into your feet, inhale, lift your hips, sweep your arms behind you. Backs of the hands touch the floor behind you. Leave your arms here as you roll down one vertebra at a time. And then sweeping down to the side like you're finishing a snow angel. One more time, we'll press up. Roll down. And sweep the arms back in towards your sides. Good. We'll take one twist here. You could bring the knees into your chest and simply drop them to one side. Reach the opposite arm away and take your gaze there. Or if it feels nice, you could take the same position as the figure 4 and drop your knees to the side. The foot that was on, the ankle that was resting on your knee, that's going to be the top leg. Whatever feels nice in your body. One small 3-second deep breath twist. Now back to center, take the other side. If it works for your neck, take your gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. And then inhale back to center. Take time to rest in Shavasana, allowing yourself to just enjoy the effort, building in that time after your hard efforts to integrate everything that you've been doing into your body and into learning about your body and about yourself. Hope you enjoyed. Namaste.